Okay, so today we're going to make some Sea Dream tea. This tea is designed for when you want to connect to the water element, work with the fairy realm, specifically with mermaids, or just give yourself a nice little boost. We're going to talk a little bit about mermaids and their magical significance. Mermaids symbolize renewal. Since they're tied to water element, they embody revitalization. Water is vital to life and growth. They work with your emotional side, teaching you that you need to go with the flow, just like water flows. In the dream world, mermaids are a reminder to stay in the present and don't let distractions keep you from pursuing your goals. I personally believe that the earth can heal us because we come from it. We are a part of it, and I think that working with different herbs is a great way to connect with the elements and with yourself and to evolve into a better version of yourself. So let's get into this. I've already pre-made some of this tea, as you can see here. So you will need a bowl, your senses, your smell, your taste, your touch. I tend to like to use my hands because I like to touch and feel the herbs to connect with them. And I have a whole jars of herbs here to show you what we're going to use for the tea. So we're going to get started. When I make tea, I like to use a base tea, like a green tea or black tea or a Rubio's tea, and so on. I feel like these teas help to carry the different herbs better and provide a body to the tea. So for this tea, we're going to use green tea. Now this jar is empty, but I have it inside here. I have about 4 spoonfuls in there, because I like to ratio it out like 4 teaspoons and then 1 of each of the other herbs. So I have that in the bowl. Next, we're going to have hibiscus. Hibiscus is a very good herb, flowering herb. Its physical benefits are it's full of antioxidants like beta carotene, vitamin C. It can fight inflammation, lower blood pressure, lower cholesterol, fights bacteria, supports the liver. It also tastes very good and smells very good. So you want to open it, smell it, and I would probably put about one spoonful in here. This is a tablespoon. I don't generally measure, but you can. It's fine. The spiritual benefits to hibiscus. It's good for repelling negativity. Good luck, dream interpretation, bringing in new opportunities. So there's about 1 or 2 spoonfuls in there of that. Next, we're going to go with some mugwort. And mugwort is a great herb for supporting sleep, relaxation, boosting your energy, because if you can sleep well, you have more energy. So we'll put a spoonful of that in there. And I recommend like you taste some of these herbs as you're working with them, touch them, taste them, smell them, things like that. Get your connection going with them as you're making the tea. This is good for relief of headaches, allergies, seasonal. Spiritually, mugwort is good for enhancing your intuition. It helps you understand your dreams. It brings in physical and spiritual awareness. It brings in good luck and protection. So very good all around, nice little herb. Next, we're going to work with some chamomile. Chamomile physically can help boost your serotonin and dopamine levels. It promotes relaxation. It's good for anxiety, depression. It's also an anti-inflammatory. It boosts the immune system. It smells great. It's got a sweet smell to it. It even got a sweet taste to it. Spiritually, it brings in prosperity, positivity, banishes the negative, brings in peace and tranquility. It's also a good meditation aid. So we're going to add a little spoonful of that. And then we have some rose, which is also smells great. And rose is an excellent flowering herb for your skin. It helps to even out the skin tone. Lots of people use rose water as a toner for the skin. It helps to balance the hormones. It also promotes restful sleep, so you can get up in the morning refreshed and happy and ready to go. Spiritually, it uplifts your spirit and brings in love and protection. It's also good for emotional balancing. So we're going to be adding a spoonful of that as well. So what we're going to do is mix this up. I generally use my hands, but I am going to sell this tea, so I'm not going to use my hands. But your hands are important. I like to rub them together to create a vibration, and it helps to help me feel the energies of all of these different herbs. You could taste them just to help you connect with them. You want to do that so you can reflect on how each one of these makes you feel. And then you're ready to brew your tea. So my recommendation is when you're brewing a cup of tea, you would take a spoonful, like a tablespoon or something. I'm not a big measurer, but people like to measure. A tablespoon is a good amount. You can put this in a tea ball, infuser, a tea bag, or just loose brew it and watch the herbs kind of like dance around in the water, kind of meditate with it, as it's brewing. The important thing about this tea is when you boil your water, whether you're using a kettle or a pot or in your Keurig, you do not want the water to boil because green tea is not meant to be boiled. So when you brew the water, I would let it sit for about a minute before you brew it. And then you can add your tablespoon of tea into it to let it steep. I would steep it for about 5 to 7 minutes, strain it or remove the tea bag, and then you're good to go. Now, if you prefer to sweeten your tea, you can use sweeteners like stevia or honey. I do not recommend using like table sugar or cane sugar because I think it actually destroys the effectiveness of the herbs. But a lot of these herbs like hibiscus, chamomile, and rose, they're already naturally sweet on their own. And you can figure that out if you taste them as you're working with it. But if you need the sweetener, I would recommend those two, stevia or honey. And then you can enjoy your tea. This is a great tea for meditation, before bedtime. You can even drink it in the morning to get you started for the day. As long as you slept well at night, you're good to go. You need an extra boost of pick-me-up in the day. You're feeling kind of down. You're feeling depressed and not so great. Have this tea. Especially if you want to connect also with the fairy realms and the water element. You would drink this tea. So this tea will be available in my shop, AshTreeMeadowApothecary.com. I will post the link to that in the video so that you can visit my shop there. So that's it. this is your tea. I know this was a quick video. I hope you have fun watching it and making your own Sea Dream tea. And look forward to more videos. Thanks. Bye now.